morning show is about that time, man. Jeff Johnson got 3 things you need to know. Jeff, good morning.
Hey, good morning, y'all. How y'all feeling?
Man, blessing, highly favored, man. I know you got a lot today.
Man, Rick, I know that you're one of the most politically connected people I know. I'm curious, as you watched the parts of the DNC last night?
I did.
What did any of it speak to you?
Oh, of course, Michelle Obama, but the Republican that worked inside of the Trump Homeland Security, inside the Trump administration that was in the Homeland Security Department, if that wasn't a warning shot for moderate Republicans or whatever, I don't know what was, this guy worked directly with the president in the administration that broke down how the president don't listen to anything, and he tried to politicize everything that benefits him. He broke it all the way down, and then the Trump and Pence campaign put out calling all of them, including Ohio, former governor of Ohio, John Kasich, called them all idiots. It's crazy.
Yep. And I think that was the thing that spoke to me the most was John Kasich. I thoroughly enjoyed Michelle Obama's engagement, but I felt like John Kasich's message was actually more universal. And I mean that because we already know that Michelle Obama is supporting this ticket, right? We know that it makes sense. Her Joe Biden served with her husband, all of that. But John Kasich, as a Republican former congressman, a Republican former governor, but this was the guy, John Kasich during the RNC 4 years ago didn't go. So when I was in Cleveland covering the RNC 4 years ago, John Kasich wouldn't go to the RNC because of his disdain for Donald Trump. So in his own state, he didn't go to the RNC. In fact, the week of the RNC, Rick, he spoke at the NAACP convention in Cincinnati.
Right.
And so I thought it was interesting that he clearly is a Republican. He doesn't agree with Democrats on everything. He doesn't agree with Joe Biden on everything. And he kept using the word better. And I know that there have been a lot of people that I've heard that have talked about, I'm not voting for the lesser of two evils anymore. And I'm like, okay, then what you doing? Because I understand that there are many that believe that the protest vote is the strongest vote for them. I just hope that people are very clear about what they know that delivers versus what not voting delivers. And I'm all down for, I don't think that the Democratic Party has done right by black people. I don't think that they've paid attention to enough of our issues. I don't think that they've dealt with us through a lens of complexity. I don't think that the vast majority of those that have operated at the federal level have engaged black folks with a level of respect. And I think often that they have used us as tools, and we can debate all of that. Like, let's do that. But in this election, there is a choice between two fundamentally different priorities. And if you don't vote, you're really not leveraging any power. You're just ensuring that somebody else gets more power. And so I hope that people think about that as they think about how they want to protest what they don't think this party is doing or that party is doing, and how they want to create. Because listen, Rick, we've got an incredibly young and sometimes unsophisticated democracy that we lift as the light of democracy. When you look at democracies in other parts of the world, there are 10, 13, 14 parties that represent everybody from the fringe to the center at the national level within parliament, because they understand that democracy is about representation, not just about power. We have a democracy that's about power. And until that power is shifted, many of us aren't going to have access to it. So I'm with that. I think we should fight that. But today, I want to make sure that my vote leads to somebody better being in office than I think the other person is. And I'm going to leave that there. The thing that I want to talk about, Rick, before I get out of here is I just want to celebrate Brother Jason Wright. For those of you that haven't heard, the Washington football team has identified Jason Wright. He's the NFL's first black team president. I want us to keep pushing towards making sure that we see black ownership in the NFL. But for the last team to ever have a black player to be the first team that has a black president. And this is a brother who worked at McKinsey, and I've known him for a number of years, and he's been working to do racial equity work through McKinsey, helping before this whole racial equity thing bubbled, pushing corporate America to do racial equity. And as a former player who has also done this, I'm excited about not just what he can do at the Redskins, because I don't care if the Redskins ever win a game. What I do care about is the model that he is going to create for teams to be able to identify unbelievably talented and effective and visionary black talent to lead, not because they're black, but because they have the ability to take that franchise to the next level. So Jason, big up to you, brother. We are wishing you the best of luck. It may even mean at some point I got to support the Redskins, which makes my skin turn.
Jeff, you can't say that. You know, we on the radio in D.C., Jeff, all of the Redskin fans out there listening. You just going to disrespect the Redskins. I know you like the Browns. I'm Cleveland Browns, too.
I don't want to hear that. You the biggest Cowboys fan in America. Your skin turning even me saying Redskins.
But you know I love the Cleveland Browns, too. Cleveland Browns my other team, Jeff.
But
I'm more Cleveland Browns because of my disdain.
The Cleveland Browns was the first team to have a black player.
Right. But I don't like Jerry Jones, so my little Cowboys from the 70 days just kind of washed through. I love Cowboys, but I'm Browns and the Ravens. Like I really love those two teams like a lot.
I'm with you, brother.
Now, Jeff.
So I'm not no diss to our brothers and sisters in the DMV, half of whom are Cowboys fans. This is just about celebrating Jason Wright and him taking the franchise to the next level under a new day and age. Y'all, let me get out of here.
Hey,
y'all
Jeff.
can hit me at Jeff's Nation. Yes,
hey, Jeff, if I was a betting man, I'm willing to bet y'all hating on Joe Biden and stuff and complaining. I bet you he'd see the black woman on the United States Supreme Court if I had to bet. If Joe Biden... I
don't think we should. And this ain't no bet. He better.
If Joe Biden don't seat a black woman on the United States Supreme Court, every woman that's listening to this show, I will have your cuticles pushed back on me. On me. Have a nice day, Jeff. I'll be here all week.
What in the hell?
Said deuces.
Hit me at Jeff's Nation, y'all, with your pushback cuticles.